Well, it's me, Wildman. For you young people, I don't know if y'all can see this here, right here. I don't even know if I got the camera set right. I hope I do, but this is the tip for you young people. And you fathers, when you start your kids out, there was a young girl I taught how to shoot, and she shoots deer rifles and stuff today. You don't start a kid out with a shotgun kicking him, or you don't start him out with a big heavy-duty deer rifle kicking him. You get him a 22 rifle, and you teach him how to have gun safety, and you teach him the rules and regulations. Always check the rules and regulations of hunting and how many and quantity and everything. That way the G-man don't come knocking on your door. Now, Wildman wants to show you a little something. This right here, for you dads, you find licking limbs like this right here, where the old buck gets up here on the hind quarters here, and he licks and he makes a scrape down here, and he paws up the ground and he urinates, and he has hot glands back here, okay? And he urinates on his hot glands, and he makes scrapes. Then you got over here, you've got rubs. Right here, I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but you got a lot of rubs, see? Now there's an old truck going by, but don't pay no attention to that old truck. There's always something in here trying to mess me up. And I do not like them big loud mufflers on things. Now over here, I don't know if you can see this here. You find a cluster of rubs, you know you're in the buck's territory, okay? A cluster of rubs down a logging road, an old paths, you find these clusters of rubs. You find these licking limbs busted over, and you know you're in the deer's territory. Now I'm going to tell you, you get up in a ladder stand if you're too scared to get up in a climbing stand. I'd suggest one of those. I like to hunt high, but if you're scared of heights, just get one of the 15-footers. But you're going to have to be away. Once you find his cluster of rubs, you want to get downwind of him. If you're scared of making a shot over 100 yards, but the guns we got today will make 100-yard shots. But you can move up 50 yards, but I wouldn't get too close. You want to hunt downwind, and the birds will give you away. Don't go in the daylight where the birds can see you. Get up real early in the morning, about a half hour before daylight, and get up in your tree stand. Of course, I always go an hour, but I hunt real high because I'm not scared of heights, and I don't want them smelling me. Anyways, I want you to know about old deer here. I want you to look right in here. Look down in there. Do you see that? You see that? Look here. You see that back there? A deer can smell so good. You're going to have to deal with this deer smelling you, okay? Because he uses that. Plus, he's got his hearing and his sight, but he does use the smell, always gives you away. It's for you kids now, you young people. And another thing, I want you to look here. See these here? These are glands. This right here, where the eyes are glands. He has glands in between his toes. While he has glands that the wild man don't even know about, but he knows how to lay them down, and he knows how to do stuff. You got to watch the old deer's movement when he comes in on you. When he puts his head down, you can move. Now, if you're with a deer rifle, it's okay. But if you're bow hunting, when he puts his head down, you can stand up real quietly with your bow if you want to stand up. But if you can shoot sitting down with your bow, do that. Okay, but also always make sure the deer's head down. And another thing, I've got busted right there at the beginning because I didn't know sometimes deers run together. I'll be focusing on one, getting ready to shoot him with a bow, and then have another one blow it, sees me get up. So make sure you scan real easy. Make sure you scan your area, all right? Now then, deer shed their antlers, but we'll do that later on. We'll have a shed hunting session for you and your dad and y'all go out and have fun. But here comes another loud truck just to mess my video up. They're loud mufflers. But anyways, this is for you young people. Deer sheds here in Missouri about December they start, but I like to wait till February. February is the month that gives up its dead. Here, let me show you. But if you don't get out there and hunt for the antlers, some of them get their antlers broke off. See there? That's broke from fighting. And if you don't make it in time, the squirrels and rodents will eat the antlers. Everything's fighting against you to get them shed antlers when them deers drop them off. Everything. See how my antlers are ate up? Here's one that ain't ate up, but it's broke off. The deers fight. They fight a lot and they break antlers. Even the little deers fight. I don't know if I went through everything well, you young people, but your parents, teach them with a BB gun if you have to. Get them used to squeezing that trigger nice and easy, huh? And don't give them a great big gun. A 243 for a young cat, 9, 10, or 11, or 12, a 243, and take him and get his hunting safety course if you can whenever he gets ready. You practice that gun safety. I tell you, unload your guns. Don't never pull a loaded gun up in a tree. I could preach about safety so much, but your parents are going to have to do that. Wildman's just trying to school you a little bit, okay? Remember what Wildman said. I didn't want to make this too long. If you find the clusters of scrapes, which he scrapes in the ground, and he rubs on the trees, he rubs, and you know you got a big buck if he broke the tops with his antlers, because he twists them and he breaks the tops off. And remember, here comes another car. But anyways, here, this right here, he stands on his hind feet. He stands on his hind feet here, and he breaks this limb off, and he licks it. It's called a licky limb, whatever. And he rubs his eye duds on it. I've seen him do that before. But anyways, this is what you're looking for, you young people. But don't get me wrong, since we got tags to get does with, if you want to fill your tag and get you some good meat, doe meat don't have a stench to it either. It's nice and good. You say, well, man, why would you keep the feet off a deer that you killed last year? Well, we'll get into that later on. This is a survival technique that I learned. Let's get this down. These bones you can make arrow points out of, huh? Arrow points. All different kinds of stuff out of bones. That's what gets me on these survival shows. I see them walking past them bones. Well, you got the Wildman deer hunting tip. God. The Wildman deer hunting tip for the day. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Wildman out.